Good morning, guys. Jenna here. I just want to come on here and do a little reading, do a little daily check-in. However, I have something that I would like to speak about in regards to, I don't know, I guess the astrological influence right now, because tomorrow is the Lionsgate portal. So depending on which of my social medias you're watching this on, you either know exactly what I'm talking about, or probably preparing your own offerings, or have big plans, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, or you have no fucking idea what the hell I'm talking about. So, anyways, if you don't know what the Lionsgate portal is, it is the peak of it is on 8/8, which is tomorrow, August 8th. And basically, it's when the star Sirius rises in alignment with Earth. So it's when it's most potent. It actually runs from, I believe, the 26th of July into the 12th of August. So we've already been in the energy. It's just that this is when the height of it is. So if you don't, it's kind of like an astrological thing. So if you don't know much about astrology, astrology is basically like a big old clock. And if you know how to use it in the right way, it can give you insight onto when certain timing is available for certain things. Similar to, like during the day, it's hottest between, like noon and 3. Same concept. So this would be basically like an astrological portal that opens up every single year. And if you're, like a spiritualist like me, a lot of us really utilize this energy for a lot of big stuff. It's almost kind of like a galactic new year, right? One PSA that I do want to put out is, and this will be, again, depending on what social media you're watching this on, may or may not be relevant to you, but just to be mindful of what offers you might be taking advantage of at this time, because if the offer kind of seems a little bit more harvesty than it does helpy, just really lean into that discernment, because there's a lot of people who are like predatorily around this time. So just to be mindful of it, be guarded of your energy, because this is really a time of stepping into our own sovereignty. So, as far as that goes, what I was getting in regards to the Lionsgate is actually in preparation today is to just kind of like rest, reflect, and allow yourself to see how far you've come on your journey. Whereas tomorrow, during the Lionsgate portal at the peak, that is the best time to set in our big intentions and our big manifestations. And what kind of like brought me to it, and I just want to show you guys. So we cleaned my desk and stuff, right? And doesn't it look so pretty? Don't mind my little breakfast here. Anyways, and I was telling Ricky yesterday, as I was like cleaning my desk and organizing it and all that jazz, I was like, oh my God, I have so many decks. And my brother commented on my video yesterday, and like literally I wouldn't even be here making these stupid videos if it wasn't for him. So y'all have him to thank. And he gave me this deck. This is my very first deck. Oh, look, there's a 10 of cups on the bottom. I love that. Anyways, that's like the happiest card in the deck. So I had this deck, and I had this big old book that I bought from the Melting Pot, which if you are local, you know exactly what that is. And they have little definitions in here. And I had to kind of pull with it, because this one is actually based on this tarot, the Rider-Waite, which is like the original OG tarot. So all the definitions are for that, but this is not a Rider-Waite deck. So it's just so funny. That's where I started out with. And I posted a picture on my my threads and my Instagram about all of my deck collection. And I'm just like, I'm still so in awe of it, because I first started out with just that one deck. And I had that one for years and years and years. And I'm over here. This is like before Google. Before I had Google. So I'm going through and I'm like, okay, what does this card mean? And what does this card mean? And da 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 da. And just trying to figure it out. And it was, it's so crazy, because now, and I was telling him, I was like, oh my God, my collection's so beautiful. And I was like, some of these decks are mine. Like, I absolutely love that. Like, I made this one, and I made these two right here, these Halloween ones. And I made this cute little ghost one. And I was like, I think it's so cool that a portion of the cards that I actually have are ones that I made myself. So just in awe of my own personal journey is something that I've been reflecting on. So definitely something that I would encourage you to reflect on and just to see how far you've come, because it will really put in perspective of how far you want to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a card pull from this deck. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, had to wet my whistle there. All right, anyways, let's just pull from my deck, Healing the Chakras, and just see where we may need to focus our energy today. I think I want to pull one from this one for you guys too. The Oracle of the Fairies. They want to come through. Let's see. All right, where do we need to focus our energy today? Sorry, I know a lot of readers like to pull ahead of time and it makes their like flow better, but I don't know. I kind of really like to be in the energy and do live shuffling. I feel like it just feels more natural to me. Okay, where do we need to focus our energy today? We've got our throat chakra with the affirmation, I speak truth and clarity over my life, being direct and clear-cut with my communication. I ensure my actions match my words to achieve the aligned results I wish to create. So that is your affirmation for today. You can definitely repeat it back to yourself. But what this is really saying here is, if you want clarity, start talking about being what you are clear on. Don't focus on what is muddy. Focus on what you are clear on, right? And then as soon as you are clear on something, make sure that your actions are actually backing it up. If it's like you make a decision, you stick to it, but also don't just talk about it. You need to be about it, like literally, because you could talk all day. Talk is cheap though, baby. Don't just walk. Don't just talk the talk. You gotta walk the walk. Okay. And let's see what the fairies want to say. And this is really what I'm picking up from this is like today is a time to really talk it out, get your clarity, maybe do some journaling. So then tomorrow, if you are planning on alchemizing the energy of the Lionsgate portal for anything you may be wishing to manifest over the next year or whatever, you know exactly where to aim. It's like if you are an archer, you need to know where to aim your bow before you draw back, and then you just whoop. Okay. All right, fairies, let's get a closing message here. Look at a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. So yeah, seriously, if there's a topic you want to know more about or anything that you need to research, definitely look in a book. You can also just randomly grab a book and flip to a random page and go ahead and read what's on there. This one says expression and creativity and establishing your identity in the world, which is just like so par on par for the Lionsgate portal and Leo season. So anyways, I love you guys. Have a good day.